Optimizing customer experience is one of the foremost strategies of any online business. A smooth and secure website will definitely help with both customer acquisition and customer retention. So if you are looking for ways to optimize web performance for a better customer experience, continue watching this video. And if any of these tips help you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. Tip number one is page loading speed. Did you know that half of the visitors will leave a page if they have to wait longer than just 3 seconds? And did you know that research shows that the average time it takes to fully load a web page is 10.3 seconds on desktop and 27.3 seconds on mobile? So with a fall of 20% in conversions for every second delay in mobile page load, it goes to say that speeding up your website is crucial for improving user experience and your sales. And not to mention, it also contributes to your SEO as well. Now, an easy fix with this is by using page caching. To break it down for you, every time you access a website, the browser requests a web page, and then the server has to do a bunch of complicated and time-consuming calculations to retrieve the web page. So essentially, caching makes the server remember the page and skip all the time-consuming steps in between to speed up page loading. And it's important you note that that is a very basic explanation of caching. If you want to learn more about caching, I'll leave a whole article linked in the description below. But essentially, this is where a plugin like ours comes in clutch. WP Rocket is the best WordPress caching plugin, and it automatically applies 80% of the best web performance practices upon installation. So if you have no technical skills and just want a faster website, go download our plugin. Also, with page speed, another silent killer is the image time load. If you weren't aware, on average, images contribute to about 30% of the total page load time. An easy way to optimize your images would once again be with a plugin, and we would recommend use the plugin Imagify. Second is 24/7 availability. Let's say a user is finally ready to purchase, or they're on the last step of making their purchase, but your website is down. So it is crucial to monitor your website uptime and choose a high availability web hosting service, as it should be pretty explanatory, but if your website is down, you won't be making any money. Many hosts do guarantee a 99.9% uptime, so if you experience an uptime that is below that, it's definitely time for you to switch your hosts. Number 3 is security. This should go without saying, but website security is crucial to keeping a website online and keeping it safe for your visitors. Without proper attention to your website security, hackers can exploit your website, take it offline, and even steal sensitive information. This will definitely damage your customer relationships and probably result in a large financial loss. So some common security risks are vulnerable code, weak access controls, and outdated CMS and plugins. It's also recommended that you use an SSL certificate to prove the website's identity to other browsers. A website with an SSL certificate uses HTTPS, which gives your users an encrypted connection. And some of the popular plugins you could look at for some extra security are WordFence Security and All-in-One WP Security and Firewall. Tip number 4 is to optimize UI design. UI, or user interface, refers to the look, feel, and the interactivity of your website. Web designers usually take several user experience components into account when designing. This is layout, usability, and intuitiveness. After all, these components affect how your customers perceive your brand and their experience when using your website. But it's also important to remember, it doesn't matter how good your site is if no one is going to stick around through long loading times. So don't forget about step number 1 before getting on to step number 4. And here also are some tips on UI design to optimize web performance and provide a better customer experience. Avoid using rare fonts. Definitely go ahead and use popular fonts because they are usually already cached and they open fast. Use accordions on pages with lots of text. Accordions can segment content and load only when the user expands on the subject. And use a progress bar animation when a longer loaded time is needed. Number 5 is to avoid 404 errors. A 404 error happens when the page is not found. And this one, just like the others, is pretty obvious, but if the customer can't access the page they wanted to go to, they're not going to seek out an adventure to try and find it. Now, to avoid 404 errors and monitor your site links, you can use free tools like Google Search Console and Broken Link Checker. And so that's our 5 tips for you today. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, I'll leave a link to our newsletter below. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to get easy and effective web performance tips to speed up your website. And lastly, go ahead and watch this video if you want to learn about the core web vitals and how they affect your website's performance. Thank you for watching and have a good rest of your day.